guys, so it's Keoshia and I'm back for another budgeting video. If you guys like my budgeting video, please give this a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Make sure you turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. And without further ado, let's just get into the video. Okay, you guys, as you can tell from the title of today's video, I'm going to talk about how to do a travel budget. If you guys don't know, in the month of May, I will be traveling to Dubai for 7 days, and I'm super excited. I've done a lot of research. I'm finding out all kinds of interesting things. So I have dedicated the month of May to travel videos. I have travel hair videos. I'm gonna have travel motivation videos, and I'm gonna have travel budget videos. So if you want to know all about travel, make sure you stay tuned here for the month of May. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe so that when it's time for you to travel, wherever you're going, you can come back here and reference these videos so that they can help you. So let's just get into today's video. So the first thing you want to do when you're doing travel is to find out how much can you afford. You can't go on vacation if you don't know how much vacation costs, okay? Because when you go on vacation, it is a separate budget from the normal budget that you use to run your everyday life. So like with your house, your rent, your light, gas, electric, daycare, all that kind of stuff is separate from your travel bill. You should have a budget for each. So if you go on vacation, when you come back, you didn't use your normal everyday money to go on vacation, and then you don't use your normal everyday money on vacation. So when you come back, you don't have any money to pay your bills. That's not how it works. It's two separate piles of money. So if you use money in one pile, it does not affect the other pile. Does that make sense? Yes. So don't be using your bill money to go on vacation. That ain't how it works, okay? So the next thing you need to do is determine what it's gonna cost to get there. So mode of transportation. So are you gonna take a flight? Are you gonna drive? Are you gonna take a train? Are you gonna have to take a ferry? Whatever the case may be, there may be several modes of transportation it takes to get where you're going. You may have to drive 2 hours to an airport, then get on an airplane, then get to your destination, okay? So you need to figure out how you're gonna get there, how long it's gonna take, and how much it's gonna cost. So once you determine if you can afford to go there, how much the transportation is gonna cost, now you have to find somewhere to stay. Are you gonna use an Airbnb? Are you gonna buy a hotel? Are you gonna do vacation rental by owners? There's several websites that you can go to find accommodations wherever it is that you're going. But you need to make sure that it also fits within your budget. So if several people are going, then you can probably have a higher budget overall of where you're going divided by how many people are going. So say for instance you have 10 people and the Airbnb only costs $500, and you divide that by 10, and that's how much you in particular would spend for it. But you have to watch out going on group vacation. You need to make sure everybody pays for their portion of the Airbnb before y'all go, or the hotel, or the vacation rental by owners, whatever the case may be. So you need to factor that into your budget as well. So transportation and accommodations are the most expensive part of traveling, and those are the two first things that you need to take care of. Okay, so now you know how you're gonna get there, and now that you have a hotel or a place to stay, now you need to figure out how much it costs for everyday, day-to-day things that you will be doing there. So if you know somebody who's been to that country before, you can ask them specific questions like, how much was it for meals every day? What should I account for that you didn't account for that was like a surprise, or whatever the case may be. Like there may be fees that the hotel have that's not included in it. You pay it actually when you get there. Like is there a cost for like going to the country? Is there a visa cost? You know, is the currency the same amount as US dollars? Because sometimes when you go to a country, US dollars is worth less money than it is in the US, or sometimes it's worth more money than it is in the US. So you need to find those things out, because that will determine how much you have left over. You know, so if your budget was $1,000 and you spent $500 on, you know, transportation in the hotel, then the $500 you have left might be only worth $250 wherever you're going. So you need to make sure you know that as well. And so you also need to know like how much excursions gonna cost. You know, a lot of people who go out of the country forget about excursions and how expensive they can be. That is something that you can look up and pay for before you even go. So what I like to do is I like to pay for all of my excursions before I go. So I already paid for it, it's already bought. And sometimes you can make payments before you get there, and that's another way to be able to afford like really nice and good excursions. Because think about it, you're going out of the country. This may be the only time you visit this particular country, because you may want to visit several, so therefore you may never go back to this one. So while you're there, you might want to enjoy it and do all the things that they offer, so that way when you go there, you know you got everything you wanted out of. And if you get to go again, great. But if you don't get to go again, you don't feel cheated like you didn't get to do everything. So make sure you research Travel Advisor, Expedia, all those types of places. You can Google the excursions that are in those countries, and you can book them ahead of time, and therefore you can have that all out of the way. And then when you go, you only have spending money to do things that you like, get on like local trips, things that just wouldn't be on the website, like small little excursions or something like that. Or, you know, go to the mall and go shopping, sample all the food that you want to sample when you're there. So that money is for that and for souvenirs and things like that. So yes, make sure you are looking into those things. So the next thing you want to do is have an emergency fund for when you go out of the country. So say you want $500 to spend while you're there, also have an extra $100, maybe $200 in case something comes up. You may get sick, you might have to buy medicine over there, you may have to go visit a doctor, who knows? So you want to make sure that you're covered while you're over there, and you're not using money that you wanted to buy things like souvenirs or go shopping. You don't want to use that money in case something comes up. Now if something major comes up, then you just need to do it. But something small, minuscule, that's no more than $100 to $200, then you won't feel cheated because you had to do this or do that versus buying souvenirs. So make sure you have like a little mini emergency fund or a credit card with you to use in case of emergencies. So the next thing you need to get on a trip, and any trip you go on, is travel insurance. I know a lot of people say travel insurance sucks. I did this and they didn't pay for that and they didn't do that. I'm telling you guys, I always get insurance for everything that I ever do. That includes phones, houses, cars, whatever the case may be. You never know what's gonna happen. A lot of that travel insurance, no, it doesn't pay you the money it should for like luggage and stuff. But if something major happened, like you need medical assistance or you need to be flown out back to the United States, they pay for stuff like that, and that stuff costs thousands of dollars, okay? So that's pretty minuscule to them losing your luggage. Now if something happens with your life and your health, you need to be covered. You need to have good travel insurance that covers whatever you think it needs to cover. Somebody else gets sick and can't go, then you can get your money back. You don't have to just lose a whole damn trip because somebody can't go. So make sure you get travel insurance, because people don't always show up when they say they are, okay? And the last thing I'm going to tell you about a budget, the most way to get the bang for your buck on a budget when you're going out of the country, get a vacation that is all inclusive. All inclusive means you go to a resort, you drive from the airport, the resort picks you up, takes you to the resort. While you're on the resort property, everything is included of the price of that trip. So if you pay $599 for an exclusive resort, when you get there, all the meals are included, all of your drinks are included. Sometimes it says alcohol and sometimes it don't. Read the fine print. All of your like excursions sometimes are included. They have nightclubs. They have different kind of restaurants you can go to. They have room service. They have an open bar. Whatever the case may be. When you do all inclusive, everything is included. You don't have to worry about nothing while you're there. You don't have to bring no extra money if you don't want to, except to get souvenirs or leave the resort. But most of the time when people go to an all-inclusive resort, it's because they don't want to leave the resort. They don't want to go anywhere else. They want to do all the things that the resort has. They don't want to worry about finding transportation outside the resort to go somewhere, okay? So all-inclusive means all-inclusive. When you get there, you can party up, have a good-ass time for $599. Just if you pay that much. But you know, for how much ever you pay for the all-inclusive resort, you can do everything that they offer on the resort at no extra cost. Okay, you guys, so I hope you enjoyed this travel budget video. Like I said, this video is basically generic. It just gives you the basic things that you need to go on a vacation. It's not in depth because each vacation is going to be totally different. These are the things you need to think about for any vacation that you're ever going to book and how to get the most bang for your buck. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe. Turn on that notification bell so you don't miss any more videos from me. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.